Hello, and welcome to Get Your Digital On, where life is tech and tech is life, and AT&T is still dropping calls even on the new iPhone 4. A unique article by John Buscal talks about how we should respond to Twitter critique. Buscal says we are to listen carefully, not be silent, and be friendly. Now, I'm not quite sure who he wrote this article for, but I'm sure this guy can handle it pretty well. The rest of us, not so much. Say something foul to me on Twitter, and I'll be like that angry Twitter bird. So there's a new thing now, visual resumes. How would that work if one of my cronies posted a visual resume on Fusebox TV? Let's see. On my last job, I handled lots of capital and company goods. Got transferred to another building. Actually, I commuted in. And oh yeah, I kept my workspace immaculate. Visual resumes. A study says kids are leading the world's transition to digital media. Business Insider says kids aren't afraid of technology and haven't spent years getting used to something else. Yeah, we know what that is. It's called paying bills. Folks, the tech is busting through the seams today. BlackBerry lights a torch after the storm. For my showstopper, I'll let you know why if you don't have a Twitter account, you are lame. Mission Impossible helps out if you're new to Android. My company spotlight on Terry Bello and the International Soul Music Summit. These goodies and my last call for alcohol. Get Your Digital On starts now on Fusebox TV. Welcome to Get Your Digital On. All this technology. Where life is tech and tech is life. And I know the biggest issue in tech in the last decade, we here at Get Your Digital On would like to know. Earlier this year, Google CEO Eric Schmidt coined the phrase mobile first. And though Android and iPhone take up most of the news, RIM's BlackBerry is what your president uses, and this phone just got a lot smarter. The BlackBerry Storm was RIM's first attempt at a touchscreen, and frankly, it just didn't fly. Most BlackBerry users still preferred their keyboards, and then came the iPhone, and for a while, it felt like the BlackBerry was growing gray hair. Enter the BlackBerry Torch. This new dynamo from RIM with a new touchscreen, touchpad, slide-out QWERTY keyboard, finally a decent browser experience, a new media player for music and movies, and still the best messaging system on any phone, and of course, social networking, BlackBerry might be back in the game. For more info, visit blackberry.com. So today is the day you get cursed out by yours truly if you don't have a Twitter account. If you know me, you know that out of all the social networking, I vote for Twitter if I only had one choice. With the quick exchange of information at 140 characters a pop, direct messaging, and damn near my own personal news feed, it's no wonder that Twitter is my social place to be. But don't be fooled by numbers of followers. As proven in a new report from Chris Messina, HP researchers have developed an algorithm measuring popularity versus influence on Twitter. It's about response, people, conversation, and retweets. If you're tweeting and no one responds, even the 5 million followers of Britney Spears is like having none. This is an elaborate and sensitive item for me. So this Twitter issue continues on GetYourDigitalOn.com and Fusebox TV. But to get you started, here's a few sites I love for power use on Twitter.
Hey, my name is Evan. I just bought an Android phone. Now, what do I do?
Evan, I welcome you to Team Android, #please. And here's a great way to get started. Having a task manager is essential to any Android device. There are plenty task managers in the Android market, and the one I use is Advanced Task Manager. And this allows me and you, when you download it, the ability to kill all running tasks, thus preserving battery power, which is huge for most smartphone power users. I couldn't get any better pictures. Other essential apps are Adobe Reader, Adobe Photoshop Mobile, all the Google apps, of course, and as I said previously on another show, Ustream Broadcaster. For more of my Android apps list, visit getyourdigitalan.com and Fusebox TV. In this week's Company Spotlight, we're going to be talking to Terry Bello of the International Soul Music Summit. The Soul Music Summit has been here in Atlanta for the past few years, but I even hear that he's taking it to Amsterdam next year. Terry, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Daddy-O. Good to be here.
Hey, thanks. Hey, man, listen, the International Soul Music Summit, tell us a little bit about that. You founded it. Tell us a little bit.
Right year, we're going into our 5th year, but it was founded in 2006. We put it together in 4 weeks, and over 500 people came as far as London and Japan. And this year, we're in conjunction with the Peachtree Village International Film Festival. So we're expecting at least 3,000 to 3,500 guests. They're coming as far as London, France, Germany. So we'll be showing films, music, and the concentration on music education.
Wow. So with this summit, and doing the research, plus I've been involved for the last 2 years, you come in touch with a plethora of artists. Can you just name some of those artists?
While in the past we've had Jaguar Wright, Rashawn Patterson, Mesa Link of Incognito, Ann Nesby, Grammy Award nominated Anthony David, Tony Rich this year, Calvin Richardson, Bilal, just to name a few.
Wow.
Mike Phillips is coming through, and a lot of underground artists.
We had Bilal this year, y'all.
We got Bilal this year. So we're gonna have a good time with it. And it's gonna be a celebration. Plus we have the 20th anniversary of Kid and Play.
Wow.
House party.
Wow.
So we're gonna do a pajama party. So Kid and Play will be there.
All right, that's what's up.
Yeah.
So in terms of this, I talked to you a little earlier, and you were talking about next year in Amsterdam. Can you just talk a little bit about, starting this thing here, but it's always been coined the International Soul Music Summit, and now you're actually taking this thing international.
Yeah, it's been 5 years. We branded it here. It's going to stay in the ATL. So we're going to do a part 1 and part 2. Next year we'll do it in Atlanta in August, and we're going to extend it, the International Soul Music Summit and Indie Music Festival. That'll be in Atlanta in August. And then in October, we're going to do the international version in Amsterdam. So it's going to, and the way it's going to see, if you pay for Atlanta, it will roll over to Amsterdam. If you pay for Amsterdam, it'll roll over to Atlanta. Nice. So they've been coming over here. They've been asking me to come over there. So we're going to Amsterdam. The hotel's been set. The dates, we're just playing with the dates. We'll announce them at the summit next week, and we're going to Amsterdam.
Wow.
But we're only going to start off for 3 days in Amsterdam.
Great.
Yeah. So.
Great. Something I wanted to talk to you about. I do mostly technology on the show, and most people know my affinity to Twitter. And I'm always telling companies and the like that you can't sell on Twitter and that there's a certain way to do the presence. I love your presence on Twitter. If you could just talk a little bit about that.
It's huge, and I'll take it a step further. When we started off, when I told you about those first 4 weeks, this was before Twitter and before Twitter and Facebook were around. We used MySpace, and then we got into Facebook. But Twitter, we use Twitter just to keep the brand out there. We're not selling you anything. We give you updates. But for a company like ours, we do guerrilla marketing. I only have a staff of 7 that I pay. It's very vital. And I have 15 interns, and I have a schedule for them in the morning and the evening, and I just keep it going all day and all day. And I can tell you, it's increased my attendance. It's increased my brand awareness. It's increased the product of what the International Soul Music Summit stands for and other things that we do with the company. So if you don't have Twitter, if you're a technology company, if you're any company, and you're not on Twitter building your base, you're kind of missing out, because it's a new way of branding, and it's inexpensive.
See, I told y'all about Twitter. See? One of the things I did want to talk to you about is you say you have 5 technology panels this year. Can you speak a little bit about that?
I don't know them all by heart, but but we're talking about the Facebook and the MySpace. We're talking about branding. I have a dynamic panel team. Right now I'm kind of overloaded because I'm about 8 days away.
Right.
But I was making sure on Thursday we have ladies first, so we have a technology panel there. We have 2 on Friday and 3 on Saturday. Actually, you're on one of them. You don't know it yet, but you're on one of my technology panels. And I can't think of the titles right in front of me right now, but they're all encompassed from Twitter to MySpace to branding to product to downloads.
Wow.
And copyright protection.
Wow. And so finally, I want you to just tell my audience how they can reach out, how they can get involved in the summit, and those particular things.
Check us out online at www.soulmusicsummit.net. And it's one of those experiences, if you're trying to learn the business, we have some of the most smartest people in the game who come sit on our panels, drop the knowledge. We do some nighttime activities. We have a lot of workshops, and we just have a lot of fun. And like I said, people come from all over the world, and it's just a lot of fun, man. And it's a labor of love, but we're in that 5th year, and we're gonna have a good time with it.
All right, man. We appreciate you coming down.
Appreciate being here.
Fusebox TV. That's my man Terry Bello, International Soul Music Summit. So whether you're buying a new BlackBerry, new to Android, weathering a Twitter storm, or teaching kids how to pay bills, it will be best if you get your digital on. Fusebox TV, last call.
Studio Plex Studio.